What happens when a mother leaves her 9-year-old child home alone and the child wanders into the street, completely unsupervised? In this shocking Georgia courtroom case, Judge Hayward confronts a mother who says she just needed air and a snack, but that short walk nearly cost her everything. Today, we'll break down a powerful exchange between a remorseful mother, an emotionally charged judge, and a community guardian who steps in with an unexpected defense. You'll hear about abandoned responsibility, child endangerment, and the terrifying reality of human trafficking that turns this from a parenting mistake into a matter of life and death. The courtroom is tense, emotions are raw, and Judge Hayward does not hold back. But is justice served, or is this a warning for every parent who has ever felt overwhelmed? Let's get into it.
All right, you're before the court on State of Georgia versus Larissa Latrice Shepard, 2025 CR 04731. You're charged with abandonment. Mr. Taylor, what is your client plead to the offense before the court?
Your Honor, my client pleads nolo to the single count of abandonment.
All right, by entering a plea of nolo, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to have the state prove your, you give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor.
Let's pause right here because what we're witnessing is critical. The mother just entered a no contest plea to the abandonment charge. This means she's not admitting guilt, but she's not fighting it either. It carries the same legal consequences as a guilty plea. Without a formal admission, why would someone choose this route? It's often strategic, especially when there's a chance the judge might show leniency. But by doing this, she waives her right to a trial, the presumption of innocence, and the ability to present a defense. That's huge. Would you take that risk if your freedom and your child were on the line?
You give up the right to present evidence and testimony, to not incriminate yourself. And if you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, factual basis recommendation, please. Okay, who's Ms. Ponder? I can't hear you. You may be muted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I was. Okay. On June the 23rd, 2024, officers responded to 7296. I'm sorry, one moment, Your Honor. Okay. Highway 138 and Ambassador Drive, located here in Clayton County, Georgia. Officers observed a small child walking across the roadway at Highway 138 by herself. Officers made contact with the victim. She informed that she was asleep and woke up and no one was at the location with her. Those are the facts of the case, Your Honor.
How old is she?
She was born 2026. She was born in 2016. She's about 8, 9 years old, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve, 30 days, balance suspended.
All right, Mr. Taylor.
Your Honor, what was the address of the incident that the state is proposing as the location?
So the child was just 8 or 9 years old, found walking alone across a busy road. Can you imagine the fear? She woke up, no adult in sight, and started wandering outside. Now imagine being that police officer, seeing a child in traffic. This isn't just a lapse in parenting, it's a crisis waiting to happen. And here's the twist. It all happened just a few blocks from the intersection of human trafficking hotspots in Atlanta. Let us know in the comments, do you believe this was a forgivable mistake or something far more serious?
Of the crime?
Highway 138 and Ambassador Drive intersection.
F 7296 Ambassador Drive, Riverdale, Georgia.
Your Honor, our concern was with the location, whether that was in Fayette County or in Clayton County. It does appear that Fayette County officers were the officers that made contact.
I think based upon the report, they made contact because they were on a call and they observed the child. So while they were responding, I'm assuming, based on the police report, stated while on a call, that's when they saw another.
Here's a subtle but important legal debate. Which county has jurisdiction? The defense attorney challenges whether the alleged crime happened in Clayton County or neighboring Fayette. Why does that matter? Because jurisdiction determines who can prosecute. If the wrong county brings the charges, the whole case can fall apart. But Judge Hayward quickly confirms based on police reports and addresses that it happened in Riverdale, which sits inside Clayton County. Legal technicalities like this can make or break a case, and in this moment, the defense was double-checking every inch of ground.
That's when they saw the child, but
Is that location in Clayton County, Ms. Ponder?
that's my understanding based on the report, Your Honor. It states that it's in Riverdale, is what I have.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, anything else?
Nothing, just that we were confirming that address to be in Clayton County. That would be our only objection, Your Honor. However, if that address is found to be in Clayton County, we're ready to proceed with our no look plea.
All right. I don't have any reason to believe that Riverdale is not Clayton County. Unless somebody can tell me that this location is not. All right,
Your Honor, we're ready to proceed at this time.
okay. And the recommendation is 12 months to serve 30 days, balance suspended.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Shepherd, tell me what's going on.
She's asking me. What's
This-
happening?
This child is a 9-year-old child, left at the house, woke up, was obviously not told, hey, mama's running out, mama's got to do something. Woke up looking for somebody in the house and nobody was there. So they went outside and were observed by police. Tell me what happened.
Yes, ma'am. I went to the store because I thought she was sleeping. So I ran to the nearest store at the top of the street.
What store?
It's a gas station. It's a BP at the top of Ambassador.
What were you getting that was so important that you had to leave your child?
Something to eat on. And I needed some air.
And there it is, the moment of truth. Judge Hayward doesn't sugarcoat it. A child waking up alone, scared, and walking outside? That's not just a mistake. That's dangerous negligence. The mother says she needed some air and went to get a snack but didn't leave a note, didn't tell her daughter, and didn't even stay within view of the house. The judge's tone shifts from procedural to personal, and you can feel the heartbreak behind the frustration. He's not just reading the law, he's painting a picture of what could have happened. Do you think the mom's explanation holds up? Let us know below.
You needed what?
I was going to get air, walking to get air, and to grab something to eat on.
Get air for you just needed air?
Yes, ma'am. I was taking a walk. No, it's nothing like that. I take a full responsibility. I walked to the store to grab me some air, and I went to get me something to grab to eat.
Okay, ma'am, are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you employed?
Hartsville Airport. And my employer told me if I was to come in and to turn myself in, I still have my job.
Okay, so ma'am,
Yes,
let me just tell you what Clayton County is. We are at the epicenter of the largest child trafficking, human trafficking center in the world, Atlanta. We have 85, 75, 285, 20. We have all the major intersections essentially right here where we are.
Yes.
If somebody was to pick up your child and put them in a car.
This next section is chilling. Judge Hayward lays it out in stark detail. Clayton County is a corridor for human trafficking, with major highways like I-75 and I-285. A missing child can vanish in minutes trafficked across state lines before anyone even realizes they're gone. It's a horrifying reality that too many parents overlook. That's why the judge goes hard. Here he's not just punishing, he's educating. This wasn't just a bad parenting choice, it could have been a catastrophic tragedy, and the stakes, they've never felt more real.
They could be all the way across the world before you even knew that your child was gone.
Yes, ma'am. I do understand.
This is not the world you and I grew up in.
Yes.
We clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's your child with now that you are in jail?
Her father.
Okay, and I presume the father is not in the home.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, are y'all effectively co-parenting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, don't let this happen again.
It will not, Your Honor.
Don't let this happen again. There's no reason that baby should wake up in that house and walk around and nobody's there, and then they're gonna wander out into the street where anything could have happened.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
If
Honor.
you Google your address right now, there'll probably be 10 people who should be listed on the sexual register if you list within 3 miles of you.
Yes.
So anything could have happened to your child.
And Your Honor, if I could, Miss Griggs is on the call. She is the guardian for the victim, I'm sorry, for the minor. And she would like to address the court. Would
That's
like to make
fine.
a statement.
All right, Ms. Griggs, raise your right hand for me.
Enter Cinderia Griggs the guardian and, suddenly, the courtroom shifts. She stands up, not to attack or defend the system, but to defend the mother. She says, she's a great mom, and you can feel the sincerity. Yes, the mother made a mistake, but this witness reminds us that context matters. This is someone who's housed the kids, knows the family, and still believes in her. Would you have expected that? In a world that's quick to cancel or condemn, this was a rare moment of grace in a legal setting. Would you speak up for someone in that situation?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, give me your full name for the court reporter, please.
My name is Cinderia Griggs,
Spell that Cinderia for me.
Cinderia.
All right, ma'am, go ahead.
No, she's a great mom. I don't know what happened, but sometimes you be feeling like you just need to get out and run. You thinking the kid ain't gonna wake up and then it's no excuse, and I'm not making excuses for her, but yeah, she wasn't supposed to leave her in the house, but she did. Mistakes happen, but you're supposed to. I guess you'll learn because that wasn't right. But she's definitely a great mom to her kids.
Okay.
They would have stayed with me for the last 3.5 years. She's a great mom.
Okay, all right. So, Miss Shepherd, it appears that you have a village that is supportive of you and your children. Use your village, okay? I get needing a break. Sometimes I got sons myself, and sometimes I just take to my bed and just tell them, don't bother me right now.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just if you need to eat, get their cereal. Don't bother me right now. Because every mama can be overwhelmed, and I'm not making this up. Whether you got support, like if you got a husband or a father in the house or not, most of the stuff falls on mamas. That's just, it is what it is. And so at some point I just need a break. But if you're going to do that, at least just stay within sight of the house.
Yes.
Make sure your child knows, hey, mama's going to walk down the block for a minute and I'm going to be right here within sight of the house. You got me? But let the child know so they don't wake up in the middle of the night and be disoriented and not know what's going on. I get it. Sometimes you just need a break.
Judge Hayward just delivered one of the most powerful messages of the hearing. He acknowledges the overwhelming burden mothers face, especially those doing it alone. He doesn't excuse the action, but he humanizes it. He talks about needing a break, hiding out in the bedroom, begging for just a moment of peace. It's real, it's raw, and every single parent watching this probably nodded along. But his advice? Crystal clear. Stay within sight. Communicate. Don't let your child wake up afraid. This moment isn't just about justice, it's about preventing the next tragedy.
And every mama on this call and every mama who listens to this, there's a lot of judgmental people out there. I get that. And they will say, oh, well, I would never do that. But they probably have. They've needed a break, So I'm glad to hear that this is not a chronic issue, but I'm going to accept your plea of nolo. 12 months, 30 days, balance will be suspended, credit for time served, just as long as you have no new violations of the laws of the state of Georgia, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Take care, Ms. Shepherd.
So here's how it all ends. The mother receives a 12-month sentence with 30 days served, but the rest is suspended, meaning she walks free today, as long as she stays out of trouble. It's a reminder that while the law can be firm, it can also be compassionate, especially when someone shows remorse, takes responsibility, and has a strong support system behind them. This case wasn't about intent, it was about consequences. And Judge Hayward turned it into a life lesson that could save another child's future. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. We've got more cases that will leave you stunned, so stay tuned.